Ellen Gurley Brown was a very influential and very well-known woman in not only the United States, but worldwide. In 1962, at the age of 40, she published a best-selling book, as well as a very revolutionary book, Sex and the Single Girl. She advised women to become financially independent and encouraged them to have sexual relationships without, I guess, the benefit of marriage. In 1965, she became the editor of a failing magazine. It's mentioned, she became the editor of Cosmopolitan magazine, editor-in-chief, and she held that position until 1997, 32 years. And under her, this magazine became one of the top-selling magazines at newsstands. You should see it in any grocery store. Have a look at it next time. Lots of topics, sex, etc. Mostly sex. Her mantra was that women could have it all. Money, sex, and love. So, fellow Toastmasters and guests, let's now meet Helen Gurley Brown. Eve, dear, come in. Oh, do you like her? She's the Christmas cover. Yes, we're going for a rounder look. Oh, we're desperate for that holiday feeling of, fullness and cheer. Oh, don't mind me. I'm multitasking. I do 100 sit-ups for every shot. 9, 10, 100. 80 years old and 100 sit-ups twice a day. I'm down to 90 pounds. In another 10 years, down to nothing. But even then, I won't feel beautiful. I've accepted this terrible condition, but it has driven me to be successful and disciplined. You know what? Through Cosmopolitan, I have helped women everywhere. Well, almost everywhere. Through Cosmopolitan, I have helped everyone. But me? Ironic. Oh, come closer, Eve. I don't bite. Here, let's have a treat. Edamame, my new favorite treat. Food that isn't food. Energy. Now, it's the closest I ever came to cooking. I never did get that nurture gene. My mother never saw me. She saw acne. Twice a week for 5 years she took me to that doctor. Oh, he opened and squeezed, postulated my face. Oh, he left it battered. Oh, after that he put the x-ray machine on it, left it there for 5 minutes at a time. Oh, this was all before we knew about x-rays. He burnt the lower layer of my face. And after the appointment, my mother and I, we'd drive around. She would cry. I would cry. How can I be a happy person, Ellen? She would say. Your sister's in a wheelchair with polio. Your father's dead. And you, Ellen, you have acne. When I was 10, my friend Elizabeth was swinging from a tree. She fell, and people came and they made a huge fuss over her. I told my mother this, and she said, well, of course, Elizabeth's pretty. People make a fuss over girls that are pretty. And that is why you will need brains. do it. If you do, something else will always break down. I had my eyes done when I was 40. Thought that would do. But no. Tried again at 57. First full facelift at 63. My second at 67. My third at 73. Oh, I'm desperate for another one. But there's no skin left on my face. Yesterday, they took some fat from my behind and they shot it into my cheeks. Oh, I thought even you would approve, Eve. I'm recycling. My shrink thinks I'm doing this for my mother. Chloe's been dead almost 20 years now. Can you imagine? I'm still doing this for her. Now, Eve, if I had a daughter, I would tell her she is lovely and beautiful every day. If she said, Mother, am I as beautiful? Mother, am I as beautiful as Brooke Shields? Well, I'd have to do a little hedging. Well, you're beautiful, dear, in your own way. Eve, I would really have to practice this. One thing I never had to practice was sex. I took to it like a duck takes to water. It's been a good week. My husband and I have done it 2 days in a row. Right? Oh. It's not bad for 80. Oh, he was always feisty. Always was. Funny thing is, he always thought I was beautiful. Oh, well, that doesn't count. Oh. Well, I mean, he loves me. Fellow Toastmasters, and yes,